All right, we're live. Cool. All set. There we go. Let's see. Cool, cool. Let's see. Everything's looking good. Very cool. We're all good here. And we're all set if anybody's in here. Hey, how you doing? YouTube warning. Hello, Suhela, how are you doing? Back ready for another class? You're cool. Excited to get a lot more striking set practice in here too. That's the cool part about being able to teach it again is I get to do them more as well. When it's not in the curriculum, I don't always get to do them. I'll be right back. I've got to shut a door over there. Alright, doing great. Yeah, it can get a little tedious, huh? Kind of like just get into a little bit of a rut. I feel the same thing a little bit, especially when there's nothing like brand new going on, right? Kind of feels like the same stuff over and over. But I'm doing just fine. I'm excited to get some tip testing going next week. And yeah, I'm excited for our class today. Looking forward to whenever we can come back into the school and have everybody here. Because it's not quite the same teaching without you guys here. Because if I'm not mistaken, from what I've heard from everybody, you've got like one class a day, right? For school. Or like 1 hour a day of something, that's about it. Leaves you with a lot of free time that you can't fill up with too much, right? You can't go around doing stuff, but helping save people, helping keep people healthy, so. Was the no to classes a day? About 2 to 3 hours a day. Oh, okay. That's still not quite as much as a regular day, huh? Is it usually the same stuff every day in those, or is it changing around? Different stuff to learn, or? Ooh, 1 second. Right over there, hold it back. It's also been fun trying to mirror all these striking sets for you guys as we go through the classes. Right, especially so with the striking set 2, making sure that you get the side to side on the right side. It means I've got to do it on my left side, and I got to remember to switch it up there. 1 class in the morning, all our work to do after that. We have a science meeting 2 times a week. And 1 extra meeting on Fridays. Oh, okay. So it's like a little different, but for the most part, kind of similar schedule. I know that with my dog, it's making me go outside a little bit more, right? And I gotta imagine it'd be harder to force myself to go outside for a walk and change up the day a little bit if I didn't have her, but that's helped me a little bit. It's just going for, an extra walk in the morning with her and an extra walk in the evening. Making sure I keep my distance from everyone, of course, and let her get some good walks and good sniffs. That's helped me a lot. As well as just being here, right? When you're getting a chance to exercise, it can help you stay Not just physically healthy, but it helps mental health a lot too. We don't know. We rescued her, and we do know that she's part shepherd, and I think it also said part German pointer. So she's got very wiry hair. About 50-ish pounds, depending on the day. In that neighborhood, at the very least. So very medium-sized dog. Looks like we still got a little bit over 15 minutes left. Have you been having any tests with the online school? I think I've asked that a while ago, but I don't remember what everyone's answers were. I know especially like the high school, it's a little bit easier for them to do it, but I don't know about junior highs and elementary schools. If you guys are just doing learning stuff and kind of turning in homework, or if you got some tests too. Is the stream staying a little clear for you? I'm seeing my face up blur a little bit as I move sometimes. So I was wondering if that was just on my end or if you're seeing that too. I think it might just be my end, but I'm not 100%. And hey, everybody who's just joining in. We're starting up in about, looks like a little over 15 minutes here. Just hanging out, chatting a little bit. Hopefully you guys are doing well. As I mentioned, I think every single class makes you guys are drinking some water. Fine for me? Okay, cool. Thanks, Suhela. I appreciate that. I know it's always a little different on the receiving end. I have like a little preview of what you guys should be seeing, but I'm never 100% sure on that, if it's the same. Hey Finn, good to have you in class. And Hedy too. Hedy, you're getting pretty close to level 3, huh? I think with that white tip you were blue belt, or almost level 3. You still got one more belt, right? But blue belt with 3 tips. So that's pretty close, huh? Getting pretty close with it. How's striking set 3 going, Finn? Are you having fun with the tiger claws? Have you had a chance to practice them at all? And the bear claws? Right at that 15-minute marker. Let's see. I don't get notifications on Discord when I'm on here, and ooh. Sorry. That ooh was the software telling me my computer was running at like 30,000%. I don't think that was quite correct. Little error. Yeah, no questions on here. Cool. Ooh. Boom and boom. Yeah, level 3 is green belt and up. Level 2 is everything that has blue. Nice little rhyme there. Purple, blue, blue, and blue, green. And once you get to the solid green belt, that's level 3. Or advanced. Kind of used interchangeably here and there. Uh-oh. Oh, no, we're still good. Hey, Sifo Hafez. How's Pinion 9 going? We got the last 8 moves, right? Boom, boom, back. Yeah. Huh. Double check in. Rank, so I mean, it means all ranks. We can have everyone from beginners all the way through black belts in the class. So it's not like a rank class, but it's a class for all ranks. And a rank is basically like a belt level, right? There we go. Got a little under 15 minutes here. Make sure you guys are, again, drinking some water. Make sure you got a good space around you that you can move around in. This lesson plan, this class, we're not moving as much, right? When we're all working on pinions, we had to have a little bit more space. And with the striking sets, then we can stay in one spot a little bit easier. Level 3s are working on a striking set. All of us are, with the exception of black belts. They'll jump in next week with a striking set. Striking set 1 for the beginners in level 1, striking set 2 for level 2, and then striking set 3 for level 3. So we got a whole lot of really cool, like tiger claw strikes, bear claws, shudo chops, shudo double long, shudo double short. Last mirror moves and the last 8 moves. Well, we can get a little bit of that stuff. It's going to be a little bit more focused towards the last 8 moves today, just because that's this week's curriculum. And I'm not sure if you saw Super Fez, but I did get a video up yesterday, right after the class, that had all 51 moves in order. Stretch and ready, cool. We'll get a little bit of stretching in class too. Get our jogging in place, little warm-ups. Same warm-ups as yesterday, right? We're going to keep it similar through the week. Maybe we'll get a second cycle and we'll see how we're feeling. Striking set 2, we'll be going over it a little bit today. It's got a whole bunch of spear strikes in it. Just the horizontal ones, vertical ones. It's got some ridge hands and chops. But we'll be going over that in just a little bit. Wait till everybody's in here and class officially starts and we'll get on it to make sure that we can get it all together, right? Learn at the same time. If you hadn't already had a chance to check out the video from Monday when we got it all in there. What is a striking set? Basically, it's just a set of moves combined together where it's only strikes. So, like, let's say you take one of our pinions. Say you took pinion 1, but instead of having any footwork, all you did was go into a horse's stance and you did the blocks. Out, out, up, up, in. Then you could make that into a striking set. Or that would be a blocking set, sorry. If it was just strikes, like palm, palm, punch, punch, back knuckle, that's actually the beginning of striking set 1. So it's just a combination of moves. Hey, Super Magnus, how are you doing, sir? Hopefully making it through the week all right, feeling pretty good? Got just under 10 minutes. Yeah, and those striking sets, guys, are all in the, the videos from Monday. And we're going over them in class today too. The videos, you get a little bit more detail on the strikes, since it's tailored towards just one class, right? I can go into a little bit more detail. You get close-ups of every strike. I'll try and do as much as I can on this one, but gotta make sure we get everybody. Hey, Hetty, we're gonna go over that once class starts, okay? I wanna make sure that everybody who's here for it gets a chance to do it all together. So what have you guys all been doing for in your free time? When you're not doing any schoolwork or in karate class, what have you guys been doing? Anyone been reading some fun books or playing some new games? There we go. Cool. Got how many minutes here? About 8 minutes till we get started, everybody. Anybody doing anything anything different right now? Anybody doing some puzzles? Playing some games? Cool. I've been doing a little more exercise, going for a couple more runs throughout the week. Talking a little earlier, making sure I take some walks in the mornings and evenings. It's like we're at about 6 minutes here, everyone. Make sure everything's still good here. Remove that. I'll mention it again, just have a couple minutes here. Make sure you guys drinking water through the day, and make sure when you guys, when we're getting ready to start this class here in about 5 minutes, 6 minutes, make sure you guys have some space around you. You want to make sure you're safe as you train. So no toys you might step on, or remotes on the ground somehow you might trip over. Make sure you got some safe area around you to practice. We are lucky enough that this week it's a little bit more stationary in what we're practicing, right? So striking sets, we're just going to be in a horse's stance for those. Makes it a little easier. We don't have to have as much room. And of course, we're practicing blocking counter that we're working on this week. Getting that muscle memory down to the point we can do it incredibly quickly, incredibly efficiently too. Will help us out a lot without sparring when we get back into class. So I got a question. I wonder. I'm in here ready with my gi on. Is anybody else training with a full gi, or are you guys going with regular clothes? What are you guys doing? Anyone got belts on ready too? Normal clothes, cool, cool. Does anybody got a belt on, got a gi on? Joining me with that? Post it in here. Just under 5 minutes, or just under 4 minutes maybe even. Hey Michaela, it's good to have you in class. I don't think I've seen you in one online here, but good to have you. How have you been? Oh, hey, I want to start right on time. I want to make sure that it's right 3:30, because there may be some people who are just getting into their gi, or they're going over finishing up a snack or something, right? And they're planning on being back right at 3:30. I don't want to start without them. Although, if you wanted to start a little bit early and get a little extra warm-ups, and you can, it'd be good for you, right? Do some extra push-ups, some extra sit-ups, work those muscles a little bit more. Usually I don't do that before classes, but there's a lot of times where we'll have our class here and then afterwards I'll do a little extra karate workout. Either, doing some extra push-ups and squats and stuff like that, or running through my pinions. 20 minutes now, whew, gonna be in some good shape. Looks like we have 3 minutes, everyone. 3 minutes until we get started. I don't know about you guys, but I've been having fun with the striking sets. It's always fun to go back to those things, especially when I haven't taught something for a while. I was experiencing that with Pinion 9 for black belts. One of those things where it's been a long time that I've taught the entire thing, or even done the entire pinion. So it's fun to go back for me and practice these again. Make sure that I don't forget them. 2 minutes, everybody. 2 minutes. Whew. Just about set. Everything looks still good on here. Hello, Sifu Justin. Welcome back. It's going pretty good for me. I'm excited for class. So far, everything's been fixed up since that last Thursday stream where we had all those issues. Everything's been going fine this week. About a minute and a half. If you're in here, a minute and a half, and we're going to get started. So, as always, make sure you guys have some space around you where you're safe. That you're not going to trip on anything or bump into anyone or anything. Make sure you got some space around you. Hey Sebastian, hope you're ready for a good class today. Working on those arm striking sets. As always, if you guys get any pictures of yourselves training right now at home, I'd love to see them. Whether you post it on Discord, or if you post it on our you tag us on Instagram or on Facebook, it'd be really cool to see. And again, I know I've mentioned a couple times already, but I really want to make sure we're safe as we practice and as we train and we stay healthy. Make sure that you've got a little bit of space around you so you're not going to bump into anything, get hurt. Right? Make sure the ground is clear too. There's no water bottles just rolling on the ground. There's no Legos that you left out. Make sure that everything is safe around you. And as always, I'm saying it every time, make sure you guys drinking water through the day. All right? You can't hear me at all? Okay, cool. Just about to type Sifu Justin. Excellent. So it is just about time here to start. Looks like just a couple more seconds. That would be why. Again, make sure you guys got that space. We have striking sets that most of us are working on. Black belt's the exception. You guys are finishing up pinion number 9. So just at the start here, I want to mention to everybody, just a reminder on what you're working on, so I can say just the striking set as opposed to everybody who should be working on it. If you're a beginner or a level 1 student, you're working on striking set number 1 this module. So if I call it, hey, striking set 1, everyone who's working on striking set 1, know that I'm mentioning to you, okay? If you are a beginner or intermediate teen and adult, or if you're a level 2 kid, then you guys are working on striking set 2. And then everybody who is green belt and up, so advanced level 3s, you guys have striking set number 3. Black belts, we're working on the last 8 moves in pinion number 9. And then next week, we're going to jump in with the advanced class and work on striking set 3 with them, okay? So as you go through, instead of me calling out for beginner and intermediate, teen and adult, and level 2 kids, I'm just going to say, hey, everyone working striking set 2, this is what we got coming up next, all right? So want to make sure that is clear, everyone's got that. And let's go ahead and get started, guys. Ready? Let's come to attention. And how do you guys feel today? Let's bow. So our warm-up, we're just going to start jogging in place here a little bit. And let me come up here and make sure that this is no longer... There, we get the whole view. Cool. Whew. So, reminder, we had a couple extra classes this week, and we're going to have a couple more as well. Saturday morning, we've got 2 more classes. We've got an all-rank kids, teen, adult class at 9:10 Saturday morning. And then Saturday at 10:15, there's a Tigers class. So, just so you guys know, we've got some extra classes this week you can tune into. And get a little extra workout and a little extra practice on your moves before tip testing next week. If you guys wanted to add in some sprints or some jumps and some ducks here, kind of like up down sprint drill, you can. We're just going to I'm going to keep jogging here about 30 more seconds. Just kind of moving around a little bit here, getting warm. I don't think I have any other announcements for you guys right now, but I will let you know. Other than a reminder, if you guys can make sure you just do tips. Ideally during tip weeks, that way I don't miss anything. I don't promote you without promoting you on the software. I want to make sure that I've got everything right. So that's it. We got about 10 more seconds jogging here. We're going to do one extra warm-up to get us started. Something that I always do before black belt tests. I think it's just a great way to warm up all the muscles too. 3, 2, 1, and break. All right, next one. You saw it in the class videos, just kind of moving around like this. Jumping side to side, moving both feet, arms kind of bouncing around too. There's some sort of karate dance move, I'm pretty sure. I don't think it actually is, but almost feels like a silly one, I'm not too sure. But I'm moving around a little bit. And then every once in a while I'll just jump up and down. It also helps a lot with the calves on that one. If you don't let the heels touch the ground, right, if I turn this way, let's go back so you can see I don't let the calves touch, it's just jumping on the balls of the feet. A good calf workout there. It can help you a lot with sparring, because remember in sparring you'd want to be like this, just on the balls of the feet with the heels not touching. Good, 5 more seconds. 3, 2, 1. Next here, open up the hips a little bit more. We're going to go like a horse's stance. Take your elbows and your forearms and pry the knees apart. You're going to shift back and forth a little bit here. I'm going to get my feet a little farther, and I'm going to drop down to one side. I've got toes up in the air there. If you want, you can do some toe taps. Take this foot here, tap the ground. Tap. Other side. And if you can keep this foot flat on the ground, helps with the stretch a little bit too. And again, if you want to, get some toe taps going here. Good, back, shake them out a little bit. Now lock those legs out and just kind of drop your body. I turn to the side here, keep legs straight, just kind of let yourself stay heavy. Feel it in the hamstrings there. Good, all right. Now, let's jump into the first warm-up here. We've got lateral squats. It's basically a squat on one leg going to one side. So, if feet are wide like this, I'm going to bend one knee, kind of like we just did, but instead of trying to go, well, I guess it's kind of like going all the way down, but not keeping our hands down at all for any balance. It's just use the muscle, come back up. We're going to do 10 on each side. If you want, you can go back and forth. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3. Or you can do 10 on one side and then 10 on the other, up to you. I'm going to be alternating, okay? So, 10 on each side. Ready? And go. 1, 1, 2, 2, 3, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5. So we're halfway through already. Halfway through. 7. There's 8. Keep it up. Last one on each side. And 10. Good. All right, next step. Go ahead and lay down. Break full. Again, make sure that you've got nothing behind you, nothing you're going to lay on. We've got Simushana crunches next. For these ones, it's very similar to an erg if you've done them before. It's just on one hip. If you haven't, right, I'm going to rest on one hip here on my side. Legs are out. I'm going to bring my knees to my chest and my chest to my knees. So I'm like squishing into a little ball. Crunching in extending back out. Crunching in, extending back out. We're going 15 seconds on each side. Ready, set, go. 15 seconds here. Already 5 seconds in. Goes by pretty fast. 5 more seconds. Oh, we're gonna have to get a second cycle through all these, huh? And switch sides. Ready, and go. Again, working 15 seconds total. 5 seconds in. I think we might have gotten a bonus 2 or 3 seconds on this one. And break. All right. We've got 15 total push-ups coming up next. And if you want to do the exact ones I'm doing, it's going to be split into 3 different types. We've got diamond push-ups, where your hands are on the ground in a diamond, and you drop as low as you can and push back up. If the lowest you can go is this far, that's fine, right? You want to keep your body straight. The second one is a pike push-up, where hands are regular, but instead of feet way far back, you're actually going to get to a position where it feels like you're in a sloppy push-up position. And you want your head to go towards the ground, almost like you're going to push yourself, push above your head. So it looks like this. Down and push up. If you want a more challenging version of those, you can always put your feet on something like the base of the Weightmaster here. Hands are up, right? Push up here. Or if you got something you can put your feet on, real challenge would be putting your feet up really high on the bag like that. So the pike push-ups are fun, man. They work the shoulders a little bit more too. And the final version is just regular push-ups, okay? So 15 total. If you want to do the same ones as me, you can. If you want to just do regular or any variation, right? That's up to you. Here we go. I'm starting with the diamond push-ups first. Ready, set, and go. Again, 5 of each kind. 4, 5, or just going 15 total. Ooh, let's see, I'm gonna try this. Oh man. Those are more challenging than I thought. 4, 5, whew, and 5 regular push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Nice. Man, those are challenging. Remember guys, we go through, push yourself, right? Give it your all, 100%. If you think you can go a little more challenging on those squats and get a lower, go for it, right? If you think you can go a little faster on the Simushana crunches, go a little faster. Push yourself to be your best. Let's go through, let's get a second circuit, all right? We're going through all those warm-ups one more time. Everything, okay, cool. It all changed on my screen. So here we go. Lateral squats, everyone. Going 10 on each side. If you're ready to jump into the stretching right now, feel free to. I want to get one more cycle, okay? Here we go. Squats 1, 2. Here's our third one. Here's 4. There's 5. Nice, I'm halfway through these. 6, 7, 8, 9, and last ones, 10. Best ones, sir. Simushana crunches, here we go. Ready, 15 seconds, nice and quick, and begin. Crunching in, extending out. I'm at, that's right, it's not number but time. What are we at here? 10 seconds in. We got 2 seconds, we're gonna switch sides. And switch sides. Nice and quick, don't let yourself have that break right now. Keep that body moving. 10 seconds in. And break, all right. If you guys are feeling it, 5 of each kind of push-up or 15 total. Remember we had diamond, pike push-ups, and then the regular ones. Here we go, everyone. On your marks, get set, and let's begin. 3, 4, 5. Moving into my pike push-ups next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and finally regular push-ups. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There's all the push-ups. Nice work, guys. Let's get to some stretching here. If you need a little bit of water, now is a good time to grab it. I'm gonna grab my water bottle here. So let's start butterfly stretch. Let's go back. You guys should all know this one, I believe. Feet together. Push the knees down. How's everybody feeling right now? How'd the warm-ups go? What are you guys' favorite ones? I'm really enjoying the pike push-ups too, as Hilla said. I haven't done those a lot until recently, but man, they've been a blast. We got message of the week coming up in just a second here. We'll go feet straight out. Reach for your toes. If you want to go one leg at a time, then you can. The Simushana crunches, oh yeah. If you guys haven't heard of her before, she was one of the sharpest martial artists I've ever seen, and always had a smile on her face. She was like the definition of that message of the week, smile. Smiled throughout her entire second-degree black belt test. I'm not sure how that's humanly possible. All right, if you're on one leg, then switch to the other leg. Reaching for those toes, stretching the hamstring, the back of the leg. Feet on the bed, cool. When you got your feet up, it works the muscles a little bit more. They get a little more challenging. Just make sure you're doing them as best you can. So message of the week is something we had talked about, I think for the teen and adult class at the very beginning of the shelter in place, but I think it's important for everyone too. It's take care of the days and the years take care of themselves. And so basic idea with this is that if you get too preoccupied with, or you think about a whole year's worth of challenges or a whole year's worth of effort, it can be a little bit daunting, right? Like, man, that's going to take a long time. It's going to be really tough as I go through, I can already tell. When the secret is to just take care of each individual day, right? So if I want to be a little sharper with my martial arts, I want to be stronger, better physically fit, or something along those lines, then all I'm going to do is think about each and every day, and I make sure that I take care of those challenges and I push myself in the right direction. If I want to be stronger, then hey, every day I need to make choices that push me in that direction, and then the year is going to take care of itself. All I have to worry about is each individual day. So make each day your best. What is my favorite warm-up? Ooh, that's a tough choice. In terms of the one we're doing right now, we just did in class, pike push-ups, I've just really enjoyed. I want to be able to do a handstand push-up one day. In terms of ones we're not doing in class right now, I love pull-ups. Get a pull-up bar, pulling yourself up, either chin up or the pull-up. I have a blast with those. So, that is it for our stretching. That's it for our message of the week. Let's jump into our curriculum. All right, let's stand up. Again, I mentioned at the very beginning of class, but a reminder for everybody, beginning in level 1 kids, you guys are working on striking set 1. So you may not hear me say, hey, beginners, level 1s. You're just going to hear me say, hey, striking set 1 team. This is what we're working on. Level 2 kids, so that's purple, blue, and blue-green belts. And then any of my beginning and intermediate teens and adults. We're all working on striking set number 2. So if you hear me say striking set 2, team for this one, then you know that I'm mentioning your group. Finally, level 3s and advanced, we're working on striking set 3, while black belts, we're finishing up pinion number 9, okay? So let's jump into these. Ready? We're starting with striking set 1 for my beginners and intermediates. We're in our horse's stance, right? And we start off with 2 palm strikes and then 2 punches. So palm, palm, punch, punch. As you guys do them, I want you to make sure that, I'm getting close here, my thumb is going to stick right along this part of my hand, along these knuckles. So I'm avoiding having it on the side like this, and I don't want it trapped inside either. I want it right there, okay? So, striking set 1 team, I want you guys doing those. Right hand palm, right hand punch, then face another direction, and do it again, and get as around the world as many times as you can. Striking set 2 team, first 4 strikes for us. The first 2 are shudo chops. So a hand comes up by our ear like this, palm up. It's gonna whip down, and the blade of the hand, right, from like the base of the pinky down to the base of the wrist, that is striking to the base of the neck here. So flick the wrist hit, same thing there. Boom, boom. Next up, we have spear hands, horizontal to the throat. So keeping my hand flat, strike to the throat. Right hand, left hand. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. For level 3s, striking set 3, the first 4 strikes are claw strikes. These are brand new to us. They start with a palm. So let's jump back real quick. Strike 1 and 2 are tiger claws. You're going to do a palm strike and then grab. So the fingers come out. Palm strike, grab. Again, a little closer, we'll be able to see here. Strike and grab. Imagine I did like a palm strike to the ribs, and then I used my fingers and I grabbed on tight. Boom. Here. And yes, if you know the whole thing, you are more than welcome to practice the entire thing. I'm going to jump back and talk about specifics of each move. So level 3s, palm, grab, palm, grab. For the bear claw, strike, and then you're going to rake down. Use the fingers to scratch down. Again, coming in closer, hit. Use those fingers to scratch down, okay? 1, 2, and then 3, 4. All right, so all my striking set teams, work on those first 4 moves. If you know 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10, add them in. Now, black belts. We had left off last week move number 43, right, where if I'm facing here, left leg did a front kick, and then our right hand did the punch. All these moves are right in front of me, so I'm going to face you guys and mirror it here, okay? The first thing we're going to do, left foot steps back, left hand does a palm block across our body, all right? And do level 2 is do a... let me get back to that in 1 second, okay, Haley? We've got palm block with the left hand. We're going to step back with the left foot. Oh, sorry, not yet, quite yet. Palm block, upward block with the right hand. The next one, we're stepping back with the left foot so that right hand can do an outward block and then a back knuckle. So that's 4 total moves, black belts. We've got 44, 45, 46, 47. And we do the same thing on the other side. So left hand palm, right hand does the upward block, the outward block, and the back knuckle. Same thing other side. I believe this should be 48. Upward block now with the left. Step back with the right foot. Outward block 50. And back knuckle 51. And that's the end of the black belt. So one more super fast time here. Left palm, right upward block. Step back with the left as we do our outward block and then back knuckle. Other side. Palm, then up, outward block, back knuckle, and we're finished. Now, jumping back, there was one quick question. Do level 2s do a, I'm not sure what you're asking there, Hedy. I'm not sure, V-I-E-O. Everything like a, clarify that for me real quick, okay? I'm going to jump to the beginners. So my striking set 1 team, my striking set 1. Again, beginners and level 1 kids. We had 1 and 2, 3 and 4 were punches. 5 and 6 are back knuckles. Right, left. 5, 6. And then 7 and 8, right elbow, left elbow. Not an elbow smash, just a regular elbow. 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Striking set 1 team, I want you guys working on that, all right? Striking set 2 team, we've started here. Shudo, shudo chop, spear hand horizontal, spear hand horizontal. We're gonna do another spear hand strike, this time vertical, and instead of the throat, it goes to the groin. So we went horizontal, vertical for 5 and 6. And in my hand up close, you can see here too, you can do the spear hands 2 different ways. You can go open hand, that'd be more flashy, right? If I tried to strike there, wouldn't end too well in terms of an actual strike. But if I did this, right, I can strike with those this line of knuckles. You do have to practice it a lot to get the strength and the angle right to make it effective. For the tip testing, for tip testing, you always got to video it for when we're on our online platform here. So level 2s, 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, and then 7 and 8 is a ridge hand. If you want a little bit more detail on it, check out the video, but you're hitting with this triangle here, from the base of the thumb to the base of the wrist, all the way up to that first knuckle on the pointer finger. So your thumb's got to be tucked underneath. 7 and 8. 7, 8. All right? I'm going to post. Oh yeah, always posting the videos for tip testing. Level 3s. Striking set 3s, which is all level 3s. Right? We had tiger claws, bear claws, and now we've got 2 different kinds of shudo chops. You should remember from, well, you may have learned a shudo chop before. If not, you just saw me do it at level 2s, but blade of the hand hits down. We start, hit to the neck. You're going to pull it into your solar plexus, and then do a chop to the throat before you pull it back in. So these are called shudo chop double short. Here, and same thing in the left hand. Chop to the base of the neck, pull it in, strike to the throat, and pull it back. That's 5 and 6. 7 and 8 are long. Shudo chop double long. Shudo chop, cover, and then chop on the other side. Shudo chop to the base of the neck, cover, chop to the other side. The hand that does the shudo chop does both chops. So it hits this one here, strikes again. So all together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right? Level 3s, I want you guys to start drilling that. Quick review, black belts on pinion number 9. Remember this? Left foot comes back, left hand palm. Right hand upward block. Step back with the left foot as we outward block right hand, and right hand back knuckle. Same thing other side. This right hand is the palm block, upward block with the left, outward block with the left, and then back knuckle with the left. And that's wrapping up pinion 9, those last 8 moves. One final time here. Left hand, right hand, right hand, right hand. So it's the right hand 3 times in a row. Then it does the palm with the right, and we do left hand 3 times. Up, out, and back. And that's all of pinion number 9. For beginners and level 1s, striking set 1 team. The last 2 moves are knee smashes. Right knee, and then left knee. So make sure that you add that in. If we do all 10 strikes, 1, 2, punches for 3 and 4, back knuckles 5 and 6, elbows, and then knees. Striking set 1 team, you got that. Striking set 2 team. We'll get to that striking set 3 in just a second. We had shudo chops. We had horizontal spears, vertical spears, ridge hands, and then the last 2 are chops that are going to the sides. But first, we have to do a side to side. So if I just did left hand here, remember it starts on the right side, so I'm going to go right side, side to side, and chop to the left side. That's 9. Other side, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Side to side right, chop with the top hand to the other side there. That's 9. Side to side, chop. That's 10, all right? Striking set 2 team. Start drilling that. Striking set 3 team. We've got, let's go over the strikes again, and we'll add the last ones on. Tiger claws first. Bear claws second. And now we've got the shudo chops. We've got double short and then double long. Double short, you hit shudo chop in, blade of the hand strike and back, base of the neck, in, throat, back. That's short. Double long, this is 7, cover, strike on the other side, and 8, left hand, cover, chop. The last two strikes, 9 and 10, are vertical punches. A nice simple way to finish it off after all those brand new strikes. So everything together, striking set 3 team, one more time. Tiger, tiger, bear, bear, double short, then double long, both sides, and vertical punches to finish it. So, that's all our striking sets. Whew. That's a lot of moves, huh? Are there any specific questions on specific strikes or the order that you guys want me to go over again? Whether it's striking set 1 or 2 or 3. But if you practice the nasty suggestion, you'll be one of the few that know it. You could even do it during a second degree extravaganza as like a, ooh, I bet you can't name this one. You'll be one of the very few who knows Pinyin 9. I'm not seeing any questions yet, so here's my advice, again with everything, is practice it a lot. Get a lot of repetition in. That's the only way it's really going to stick. If you just kind of do it a couple times, it's tough. When you really practice it to the point that you can't make an error on it because you've done it so much, that's when you really know something. Yeah, striking set 2, ready? We start with the regular Shudo chops, 1 and 2. We go into our spear hands next. Remember, you get to pick. Is it going to be flashy or practical, right? Flashy is fingers like that. Practical, you curl them in just a little bit. Not as much as a punch would be, because it's still kind of flat there. You get to pick. But horizontal first, vertical next. Then the ridge hands hit from the side, and then we've got a chop, side to side, chop. All right, cool. Feeling good with those striking sets then, hopefully. Let's jump into our sparring techniques. Unless I've got any final questions here, let me know in the next like 5-10 seconds. I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water. Yeah, I'll do striking set for you one more time here, and then if there's no more last questions, we're gonna jump into our sparring curriculum, okay? So, striking set 3 team. And anybody else that wants to kind of follow along and see some stuff, right? Tiger claws are first. We do the palm strike and grab. Bear claws next to the palm strike and rake down. Then we've got Shudo double short. Shudo chop to the neck, into the solar plexus, chop to the throat and back. Same thing other side. Now double long. Chop, cover, hit to the other side, chop, cover, hit to the other side, and vertical punches to finish it off for striking set 3 before you come back up to attention. All right, so let's jump into some sparring stuff here. Before we practice the blocking counter, I wanted to mention this first. If you haven't heard this story before, if you're a black belt, I know you have at some point, but always good to go back to is when Shihan Richard learned his first sparring technique, it was the blitz, and his instructor told him to do it 1,000 times on each side. And if you ever spar him, he is going to blitz you at some point, and he is so good at it because he's done it so much that he's more often than not going to score a point, right? And it wasn't 1,000 times with somebody else trying to block, it was just do it to the bag 1,000 times. It was before wave masters like this existed, I think, right? But it was do it 1,000 times. And he is so good at it because he's done it that many times. And there's another quote, I said it last night, and I'm pretty sure it's Bruce Lee said, if you're not the man who's practiced 10,000 kicks one time, but I do fear the man who practiced one kick 10,000 times, right? It's getting something so amazing that doesn't matter that someone else knows you might do it. You have gotten it to the point that it's so quick and so efficient that you're going to score a point with it at some point. You could basically tell them, I'm going to roundhouse kick you, but you're so fast that they can't block it, right? That's what we like to do. We want to make sure that we practice things enough that we're really efficient at it, really good at it. So, here we go. Blocking counter, right? In our sparring stance here, pick one side. I want you to stick to it. The first blocking counter we're working on, this front hand, is going to be doing a shielding block. So I imagine if a strike is coming over from the left side of the screen here, and it's coming towards my head, I've got my shielding block coming up, and then this backhand is throwing a punch to the ribs before I pull it back into my sparring stance. And my real goal here, especially if you've done these before and you've got the hands moving in the correct ways, is making sure that this hand goes straight forward before it comes straight back, right? I don't want to let it curl down like this. So sparring stance here, shield with that front hand, backhand throws the punch, and I pull back, all right? Again, cover, punch, back to the sparring stance. And back. Boom. Great way to do this, if you can, is videotape yourself, and you'll be able to tell what's happening with that hand. You'll be able to tell if it's starting to swing in a little bit, or if it swings at the end, or if you're able to get it go forward and backwards. If you record yourself, it's going to be really clear to you. All right? Another way, practice with a mirror in front of you. Make sure you've got distance, you don't accidentally hit it. But then you can watch yourself in the mirror and see, does my punch go straight forward and straight back? Good. Now, you're trying to get it to time together. Instead of 1, 2, 3, it's going to be 1, 2. I'll tell you a secret. I almost always use this front hand to block because then it takes away the choice of which hand has to punch. Right? I don't have to think, okay, this one has to do that or that. I know this one's going to punch. So if I see someone start to do a hand technique, whether it's a back knuckle or a ridge hand, I see them moving, this punch is already going out there, and all I have to worry about is where this hand goes. That's why a lot of my points come from this blocking counters, because I'm actually countering before I block. That's kind of my mindset of it. All right, so here, 1, 2. 1, 2. Now if they strike from this other side here, if I've got this one all locked in, hand comes across in a palm block. Boom here. I can still throw that punch before I pull it back. Here, moving around. Boom. And back. Good. I want you guys to practice a little bit. I'm going to get a bag. I want to show you something, okay? I want you to practice one of them for about 20 seconds and then practice the other one for about 20 seconds. So you're getting both of them, okay? 40 seconds total. Ready? And go. This bag is nice and upward to carry. Good, keep practicing it. We're about 15 seconds in, 5 more seconds, and I want you to switch to the other type of blocking counter. Just getting that repetition, boom. Here, sparring stance moving around, bow it out there. Other side, or other block now. That palm block. Again, I'm just doing one side right now, and I want to make sure punch is going straight forward, straight back. Good, and break. Now, I got this bag because I want to show you something that's really important to do when you do this blocking counter. And it actually has to do with our feet. Alright, so if I'm in my sparring stance here, you can tell knot of my belt is not facing my partner, which in this case is Mr. Century here. It's facing towards you guys. It's facing at a 90-degree angle for those of you that have talked about that in math classes, right? Perpendicular to my target here. Now when I throw this counter punch, in order to get more distance, I'm going to take the heel on this back foot, turn it up, and the back hip is going to rotate forward. So you'll see this here. Come forward, heel comes up, and that's going to give me the reach that I need. From right here, I would not be able to punch the bag, right? If I try to just block and counter, it's not going to happen. But if I can drive the hips forward, now notice that I was able to get a little bit more ground on it. Here, oh, that's my punch. Again, I'm still looking. I would rather go slow and make sure that this punch comes straight back than to speed it up. And you can see how my arm swung around to the side, right? It's making sure I'm here. Punching straight towards you, pulling it straight back. No swing, no swing. Forward and back. All right? Good. Let's practice your favorite one, 30 seconds, okay? I'm going to be going to the Wave Master right here. If you've got a bag you can use, add it in. It can tell you if you're swinging too much at the beginning, right? If my punch swings at the beginning, then I'm going to notice that, and you might be able to tell, it'll swing back towards that orange wall a little more. Whereas if I punch, it'll go straight to the Wave Master's there. I'm not sure the depth in the video and how much you guys can tell, but here we go, 30 seconds, go for it. Practice one of them. Practice these sparring stances. Stand light on the balls of the feet. Good. 10 more seconds. Last one here. Last one. Best one. And break. Wherever you guys are at. Nice job. If you're even practicing a little bit, right, that's better than nothing. So, good work there. I'd like to mention one more thing, and that's just because you guys are here right now watching. We don't talk about this a lot in class. I'll mention it when we bring it up here and there. But it's about our weight distribution and where we should be in our sparring stances. Anytime I land, I always want to try and get myself to have half of my weight on each foot. So, what does that look like? If my weight is evenly distributed, right, 50% on each foot, when I'm in my sparring stance, scoot back, you guys can see a little better here. Even if I move a little bit, I want to get back to having my weight on each foot, and that way this light bounces a little more up and down. If I go here and I shift my weight back and forth, you guys can see that kind of rainbow into it, like this wobble to it. I almost feel like a bobblehead doll going back and forth. The challenge with that is if I'm sparring you right now, you're going to be able to tell which footwork I do, right? If I'm 50-50, moving up and up. If I've got the shift, you can see that I'm moving back away from you and then back towards you. And it's going to be easier for you to time. You know that from here, I'm not going to be throwing a back knuckle because I'm coming away from you, right? But here, now you know, oh, he might come forward with that back knuckle. So if I keep it even, you're never sure when I'm going to come forward, and you're never sure when I'm going to scoot back. But either way, scoot back again here. Watch the weight here. See I'm moving up and down. As I slide, I want to get right back to that. Even if I switch here, once I slide or if I move a little bit, right, I want to get back to this 50-50. And that's something that you can really practice and add into your sparring drills. Is let's say I want to do my block and counter. I might shift, get back to 50-50, throw that block and counter. Move around, 50-50, 50-50, 50, boom, there we go, right? Or if I wanted to throw that with a kick. Here, sparring stance, I might move a little bit, get right back to that 50-50, and then it's time to kick, right? But that only comes because I practice it a lot. So, that is it, guys. That's it with the sparring stuff, right? Get that practice. Make sure you practice it like 10,000 times. That's when you're going to be really incredible. That's when you get like Shihan levels of blitzes. Or Minoy Chase levels of like that hook kick to the head. Man, he's good at it. So, practice it, practice it, practice it. Get that repetition in. I'm looking forward to tip videos next week on those striking sets, guys. Hope you're having fun with them. So, that's it. Announcements. A reminder, everyone, that we still have a class later this week. 2 days from now, Saturday morning, there's an all-rank class at 9:10 in the morning. And then there's a Tigers class at 10:15. So, that's coming up pretty soon here. But that is it, guys. So let's come to attention. Oh, and as always, if you guys want some equipment so you can practice a little more at home, if you wanted kick shields or focus pads or clappers, message Sifu Dan would be the best one too. If you can message him on Discord, he'll see it pretty much daily. And we can get back to him in terms of buying that stuff. But if you want to, then let him know, okay? That's it, guys. Let's come to attention. And I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are drinking water, still exercising. If you're here right now, you're exercising a little bit at least. So good work, guys. Let's bow out of here, and I'll see you on Saturday. Class dismissed. Bye, everybody. Thanks for coming, guys.